Okay, we have to stop.
Yeah.
We
All
have
right.
to stop. There are albums to talk about, one of which is really good, and the other one is an
We'll
album.
see.
Sort
We'll
of.
see.
Uh,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have one album that's one topic that's gonna be a lot of gushing, and one that's gonna be more debating.
Yeah.
But the first of those two, I'm very excited to talk
Yeah.
about.
The album is Beach House 7. Um and it's so fucking good. I'm
It's
here
so
to
fucking good.
confirm that this album is in fact a bop, a banger, a big mood, and that it does indeed fuck,
Does it
among
bump in
other
the whip?
things. It does bump in the whip. It actually, like, this is such a great driving album. It's
It
such a great summer
100%.
driving album. Which, like, every Beach House album is, but this one, like, even
I
more
think the reason
so.
why,
Even harder.
yeah, I agree because I mean, kind of starting to get into it. Like, one of the things that's like different about this Beach House album as compared to other ones, like, it is definitely dreamy. It is definitely Beach House, but there's a lot more like driving instrumentation on this album that just like it's like, oh word, like there's a lot more like oomph to it. It kind of feels like it's propelling forward
it's
through like something
it's
rather
a
than
lot
like
more
linger.
shoegazy in that way. Like,
It is definitely more
yeah.
shoegazy,
It's the
more.
most shoegazy of anything they've done. Like, even the vocals, like, compare like any song on this album to like Norway from Teen Dream. Huge difference.
Yeah, I was just listening to Teen Dream earlier today, and it was like on one hand I was like this is I think one of their, if not their most like creative and innovative album, but I was kind of thinking about it like in some ways it still is a Beach House album. They're doing Beach House things, but then like I compared this album to like other Beach House albums, and when you flip back and forth between them, it's like night and day. Like they don't sound alike,
Yeah.
which is like which is wild because like a year ago it was like, well, Beach House have run out of ideas, and then they dumped. Can you like, no, not even a year ago, like
It
straight up
feels like
Lemon
this album
like
feels like they took 5 years off and came back with their best work, but it's been two
but they didn't
years.
do
And
um
it's like
uh
staggeringly better than most of their other material, and their other material is so good. Like
yeah, like if you,
I'm honestly like a pretty big fan of Depression Cherry still, but like this is it's insane how much better this album is than Depression Cherry or like Thank You
yes,
Lucky Stars.
100%, yeah. I This album, it's really like I think I liked Lemon Glow a lot more than some of the people, but like Lemon Glow was, as the first single, was like, oh, like this is like kind of cool and interesting, but it didn't really like
Yeah.
it felt like Lemon Glow would make sense on Depression Cherry. Like you could put that song on there, but
Yeah.
you could not put Dive on Depression Cherry. You could not put like
Oh.
there's so many just like incredibly
Yeah.
dynamic like songs, and I think this is by far the most varied Beach House album. The other thing, like
It's so
every song on
cohesive
here,
though. Like it just
yeah,
works so well.
because that's the thing is like Beach House are so good at creating atmosphere that like the atmosphere is what keeps all these different ideas cohesive together. Is because
Yeah.
they all kind of capture the same dreamy, like indescribable thing that is the appeal that brings everyone to Beach House. But like they do so on this album. They basically are like, what are all the different ways we can make a Beach House song? Can we make a Beach House song with like Vespertine synth lead? Yes, you can, and it sounds like Black Car. And this this might Black Car straight up might be my favorite Beach House song. Like it might it's too early to
That's
like,
a fair take.
but like it is like completely transportative in a way that like just blew my socks all the way off. And there are just so many moments of this album like that. Like I'm not gonna pronounce it, the French one, the French song,
Long
but the
Connu.
part, yes, the part in the French song where they start talking in French right as there's a key change is like I know my soul like leaves my body. Like it is completely some wild off the wall shit going on that song and many other songs on this.
Can
I
I go
also really
back
like.
to
Go ahead.
speaking of wild off the wall shit? I want to go back to Lemon Glow, which didn't impress me at all as a single, but then on the album blows me the fuck away. The
It's so good.
acidy guitars that come into the song
Yes,
and provide
yes.
like this amazing contrast to like the rest of it and just give it so much depth and like
I
uh
really the guitars are. I mean, I noticed the guitars right away on the single just because those guitars sound very inspired by like Dark Red by Shlomo. Like they're those kind of like sour wailing haunting guitars are very prevalent on one of my favorite albums of all time, Dark Red by Shlomo.
I
And
haven't
so
listened
that
to it. They
is
struck me as very like mid early 90s. Um
uh
just
but yeah.
like in a I don't know. I don't really know. But
Anyways, uh but
uh
yeah, like Lemon Glow is interesting because on its face, like it kind of like if you're not paying attention, it just kind of sounds like a beach house song.
yeah.
But like it really is different. Like the construction of it, the parts that put it together aren't like the way that they normally make beach house songs.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why Lemon Glow snuck up on us as a single so much is because like they're so good at creating an atmosphere that at first we just heard it and we're like, oh, this is a beach house song. It makes me feel like a beach house song. But we weren't like looking closely and realizing that this was like not a beach house song as we conceptually understand one, but because it made us feel the same way, we kind of and we were so used to two albums in a row of like sort of recycled ideas leading to pretty good results.
Yeah.
And so like we weren't really ready to understand like where Beach House were going. But then like Dive came out and I was like, okay. And
Dive
then
is an
Black
MVV song, right?
it,
Like
yeah,
it's a
it
hundred
is.
percent like very strongly influenced by that album, but it like feels like a beach house song. It doesn't really
There's a
it's not it doesn't
there's a
feel like
lot
they were just ripping off My Bloody Valentine, but
yeah, there's a lot of
like
MVV on here. There's a lot of Slow Dive on here. A lot of
yeah,
Slow
for
Dive on
sure. But like
here.
the glitchy beat on Dive and then the soaring guitars come in, that's just a
Yeah,
very like MBV trick. It
yes.
works. And it does feel beach housey for sure.
Yeah, songs like Pay No Mind feels very Slow Divey. Um, uh, my only thing in this album is I don't love Dark Spring that much. I'm a little underwhelmed.
Honestly, that might be my favorite beach house opener, which is definitely like a take because Zebra
Yeah,
exists.
because Zebra
Um,
exists.
but like it hits me so fucking hard, like
For
especially
whatever,
when I'm
for
driving.
whatever, for whatever weird reason, Dark Spring like just doesn't grab me as a first song. I have no criticisms of the song or reasons why it just kind of doesn't.
Just
Um,
like focus on the fucking crisp ass drums that the drum fill that like starts the song, like turn it up a little and then you just get like consumed by this wave of sound. I don't know. I love it. It works on me.
I also a couple more shoutouts. I mean I don't like I've been trying not to call things a big mood as much, but God damn it is Drunk in L.A. a big mood?
Yes.
Like oh that song is
I had a good
so
run playing
fucking
horses in
good.
my mind. Is one of the best lines like ever. The hooks on this
That was
album in general are so good.
that was the other thing is like usually on a beach house album it takes me like months slash years before I start to like know what any of the lyrics to any of the songs are. But like I can't quote like this album off the top of my head, but like there are a lot of very memorable like lyrical moments on this album that like
Yeah.
kind of like stick out to you in a way. And I think part of that is because like you're kind of off your usual like it's so different from like your standard beach house fare that like they kind of let the vocals kind of stand out more in certain parts and really feel like lead vocals instead of just like a part of the beach house kind of vibe. Uh,
Imagine the band narrative if Beach House hadn't released anything after Teen Dream until this.
oh, no,
The hype around this album would be fucking insane right now.
even if they just like hadn't released Depression Cherry and Thank Your Lucky Stars, like if we just gotten Bloom, nothing else, and then like people would have lost their goddamn mind. I don't know.
Definitely. It's
I think as the year goes on, like I think people are very aboard the hype train. I mean, like it got like a what did it get 8.9 from
really. I don't know. I didn't check the pre-order
it
score.
got a like a high 8.
Yeah.
People are aboard the
Yeah,
hype train.
8.9, 8.9.
Yeah, and like I think it's only over the year kind of gonna grow as people realize how fucking great it is. Yeah, I'm not on your boat of Dark Spring being the best Beach House opener, but god damn it is Last Ride the best Beach House closer.
That's
Like,
definitely fair.
oh, the piano loop is it's like what if Beach House covered Daydreaming by Radiohead is kind of what it feels like with that just melancholy piano loop that kind of
Uh-huh.
builds into this large kind of wall of atmosphere and it's so like there are a lot of like sad Beach House songs that are just but they're just kind of like melancholy and dreamy like most sad Beach House songs are kind of like I'm kind of sad but like I'm stoned and just like I don't care or whatever but like there has not been a Beach House song that like truly fucks me up the way that Last Ride does. It's really like haunting and climactic and big in a way that beach like this album like Bloom obviously was like Beach House like pivoting toward like a very like big sound in terms of like trying to write these really kind of
Yeah.
straightforward large reaching audiences like they were big in terms of like what their ambitions were but like we've never heard a Beach House album that sounds this like massive in sonic terms as like this one.
Definitely. This is like the culmination of what they started there. And the contrast between like that and Teen Dream is kind of stunning because Teen Dream is so intimate. And like same with
I would also
Devotion, obviously.
I also want to shout out Sonic Boom who produced this because I don't want to give him the credit for like unlocking whatever Beach House of because clearly a lot of this is like some of just their most creative inventive work, but clearly bringing someone new into the studio helped them spark something because like they snapped here and the production on this album is incredible.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't have a dull moment. There isn't like every song I'm like excited for the next song. I don't know, with some albums I find myself like there are three songs and like you're like kind of like waiting for that next one to start when you're listening to it, but this record the next one is just the next song on the track listing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you usually with especially with Beach House albums, because
Oh,
Beach House
for sure,
albums,
yeah. Like Bloom is
every
really
Beach House
guilty of
album.
this, honestly.
Oh,
Like it's a
100%.
great album, but like Myth and Wishes and like I'm struggling to think of track names, but like those two songs and like one other, like those are like the monumental moments on that record. Yeah,
Wild. I mean, for me, it's the run of the first couple tracks and then Wishes, and
yeah,
then also I'm a big Irene fan, but I think the way that Beach House albums always worked is that like you knew you could put on a Beach House album and it would be very consistently pleasant the whole way through, and
yeah,
there would be four songs you fucking love. And you put the album on, and when it's the song you love, you're losing your shit. And when it's not, you're having a good time anyways, because it's just this. There's this baseline level of enjoyment you get out of every Beach House song because they know how to make things sound good to your ears. But like, this album has like pretty much every single song on it is like I'm so excited for it to come on next.
yeah,
It's the best Beach House album. It's better than Teen
for
Dream,
sure.
I think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think so too. But like Teen Dream is definitely close. Like I still think that's an
No.
amazing
Oh.
record.
Oh. 100%. Yeah, like I don't think it's like miles better than other
Yeah.
Beach House albums. Like I definitely think Teen Dream is a pretty close second. I think Devotion and Bloom are up there as well. But like yeah, I think this is my favorite. It's really
I do think of this record as one of like the best dream pop shoegaze albums I've ever heard. Period. Like I don't know. I feel like normally I wouldn't quite think of Beach House like that. Like I wouldn't be like thinking of them in the same league as like Slow Dive and MBV, but this record is really that shit.
it is that shit
It is truly
indeed.
that shit.
Also, Woo fucking rules.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
I think at this point I've shouted out pretty much every song on the album.
yeah, we haven't. No, yeah, we didn't talk about Girl of the Year.
Or or or,
Or
or Lose
Lose
Your
Your
Smile.
Smile. Yeah, Lose
Those
Your
those
Smile is
those
fucking
were the two.
great. But and so is Girl of the Year. They're all great songs.
It's a great
um,
album. Go listen to it if you haven't already. Oh, Zach, you haven't said it. Have you listened to this at all? Zach, hello.
we've
No.
lost him. Oh, oh.
Okay, that's fair. But do you have anything else you want to say, Alex? Or do you want to move on to the next main topic?
I'm good. I don't know. Like they're both at
We
peak
we, we
performance. Victoria's vocals are like the best they've ever been on this record.
true, 100% true.
Um,
And I think part of that is how they're produced, but also it's like really incredible performances by her.
yeah, I don't know. Just like the quality of her voice is just like better somehow to me. Maybe I'm just like projecting that, but like it just feels better. Um,